wheel spinning in third. My PD150 engine seems to have ripped my engine mount clean in half with the torque it's made. So today we're going to replace the engine mount and take a look to see how bad the other one got ripped in half by the power of the PD150 engine. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, here's the beast itself, and down here is the engine mount, and as you can see, all this weird stuff around it, it's leaked and been ripped in half. So today, let's get this old mount off, get this new mount on, and just see how bad my engine twisting that way under torque has ripped that in half. First things first, let's jack the car up. Okay, first thing I want to do is get underneath and have a look, because basically you've got one bolt in the top there which attaches to this mount, and then underneath I think there's two bolts that attach it to the cross member. So just want to see what bolts they are so I can get the right tools, and they are just bolts. So we got, there's like a 13 and a 17 probably. So let's and then what you want to do is get the jack under the engine and a point where it's not going to break the engine to hold the weight of the engine when I undo these. So what I'm going to do first is get the right tools and get these undone. Okay, there we have it. I've got the stand right on the join between the engine and gearbox. It's like the strongest point on this. Then let's make sure these are the right size bolts. Yep, 13 and 13 and 17. Right, let's see if we can crack these undone. Don't know how tight they're going to be, but oh, that was actually fairly bloody loose. Let's try the 17. Are you going to play ball? Oh, it's kind of turning. Oh, right, I'll need both hands for this. Okay, both bolts came out fine. I'm leaving them in. Then I'm going to undo the top one. Hopefully that's a 13 as well. Okay, the top one's really quite tricky to get to. Just there. So if I can get the ratchet on, I think it's a 13 as well. This is a nut, this one. Okay, top one is off. That one is actually a 14. Now, I'm going to jack the engine up. Hopefully this will lift, allowing me to get this out. What I want to do is jack the engine up, lifting that over that, if that makes sense. So I'll jack it up and see how it goes.
A few moments later.
Okay, engine managed to jack up off of there, so I'm going to get underneath, undo the bolts and pull this out. Under here, remove these. Well, it's a long bolt, there we go. That one and that one should come out, and then hopefully I could lift this out. Hopefully it's the right bloody mount. Let's try and lift this out. This is not going to be as easy as I thought. This engine's got to go up more.
One pair of pants later.
Okay, just double checking these are both the same. All the bottom mountings look identical, but the top, either that's collapsed. That I can actually pull that whole thing out. That's completely split. And that is collapsed. I reckon these are full of oil or something, and that's collapsed. So I've got to try and get this one in now. Bear with me on this.
A few moments later.
That is in, but now because this one's got that much of a bend on it, this doesn't really line up. So I'm hoping when I start to jack it, drop it back down, it will go in the hole. Fingers crossed. Let's see how this goes, shall we? Okay, what I had to do is I had to put the bottom bolt in and leave it just a tiny bit in. Then I had to lift this up and put it through there, and then put the nut on. And now I'm just trying to lower the engine down, and hopefully it will fall into where it should be. That's the plan. Underneath at the minute, I'm just trying to because they were not going to line up, but that seemed to work what I did there. So now I'm going to put this bolts in only a little bit, and there's a big gap underneath it, so as you can see there. So now I'm going to put a screwdriver through there so that stays lined up while I drop it down, and hopefully I can get that bolt in and do them all up. Hopefully. That's what, yeah, so let's have a look.
One eternity later.
Okay, it's all done up, but I'm not really happy. I don't like the angle it's at up here. Look, I suppose it's how it should be, but it just doesn't seem right. This other one had an angle. I don't think they're supposed to have an angle. I think it's just the way it's gone. But this bolt here, I've done it up as tight as I possibly can, yet the washer is still loose. I don't want to do it up any tighter because it's going to snap. So I'm thinking maybe taking that bolt out and putting another bigger washer on it so it actually does up tight. I think that's what I'm going to do on that one. Okay, solved the problem by putting an extra couple of washers on and a big washer. That enabled me to tighten it down properly tight. So that is done there. On top, not happy about this washer. If I just zoom in, there. I think I want a washer on that, so I'm going to put a washer on that. Okay, I found a better nut with a slightly wider base. It's a 15 instead of a 14, but the threads are the same, so that's what I'm going to use on here. It's all bolted up. Don't like the fact that that bolt doesn't come through very far on that nut. That's as tight as I can get it. I bloody ripped this off by accident when I was doing this, but be alright. Right, that's done up as far as it will go anyway. It's not going anywhere, so hopefully this is enough. Take it for a drive. Let's drop it down, go for a little test drive, and fingers crossed it's fixed the problem. We'll find out. Let's take it for a drive, see what happens. Whew. Yeah, boy. Oh yeah. Oh, wheel spinning in third. Alright, pulling over to the point where I tested it before. Let's put it forward, see what happens. Not doing it. Just going to check the engine mount, see if it's still good. Engine mount seems absolutely fine. Hasn't ripped out or anything. Let's go for a little drive. Let's keep doing this little thing I did. Not doing it. By Job, I think we've done it. Fixed it. Let's go for a blam. Don't need a clutch. Don't need the stage 3 clutch. The BR6 clutch seems to be holding. It was an engine mount. In fact, in a sec we'll go back and take a look at the old one, see how bad it was. But for now, let's have a bit of fun. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Boost. I got my baby back. Woo! This is my windy window up. This is the look of joy when you've been trying to find something wrong with your car for so long, and it turns out to, and you're thinking, oh god, I've got to take the gearbox out, and it turns out it was a simple fix. It was an engine mount. Oh, thank god. Ever since I replaced that turbo with an upgraded turbo, it just ripped the engine mount out. As you do. Third gear. Let's go for a bit more. I'm going to do a little bit more intensive testing just to be sure, but yeah. Oh yeah. We're back, baby. We're back. Wish it wasn't so wet. Actually feels a lot more, it's just not vibrating as much, it's cured a lot more than just that pulling away thud. It really has. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go see what was wrong with that old mount. Well, we know what's wrong with it. Apparently they're oil filled, which I didn't know that. So what I think's happened is, sorry, yeah, they're oil filled. Apparently, some people are telling me no, they're not. Apparently, the front mount on mine are oil filled. I don't know if that's it. I don't know why. I don't actually know the reasons why they're oil filled, but they are. And mine seems to have leaked all the oil out of it and gone flaccid. Yeah, anyway, I'm being sidetracked again. I'm just in a good mood. This is me over the moon. So, yeah, ramped. Oh, the look on people's faces when you go past them and you boost and you get the dump valve. Well, this hasn't got a dump valve, it's just the sound of the turbo. The sound of the turbos on the PD engines is mad. You get the whoosh from the exhaust when it's straight pipe, but the sound of the turbo at the front is like a massive dump valve sound. You hear it spool up and then dump, and there's no dump valve, it's just the sound of them, which is awesome. But the look on people's faces, blokes especially, they don't want to look. They're like, blokes are like, I'm not going to look at you in your car because that's what you want, which is true. I do. Us car guys, we're all show-offs. That's what it's all about. What else do we customise? To show off. But anyway, I'm jabbering. Let's go and take a look at this mount, see how bad the damage was. Oh God! It's giving me funny tingles. It's giving me funny tingles. Oh. Yeah. You know you're a car guy when your boost gives you funny tingles.
A few moments later.
Okay, let's inspect the old one. What I've noticed is, look at this. Oh shit, I just pulled that with my battery charger, that was great. There's some horrible, I don't know if that's oil or something is pouring out of it. Look at this top. Look at that. I don't know if that unscrews or what's going on. The whole top is spinning. That has been going donk, 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 donk. Because the other ones are here. It's that thick. So that, yeah. Should we see if we can get it out? Look at that. Look at the state of that engine mount. What if that will come out? Does it unscrew? I don't know how it's held in. Did that come in? Oh, no, it's just spinning. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, that was the problem. Engine mount. So, there it is. Anyway, people, that's the end of that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that stuff. And don't forget to check out my merch. Link in the description, and buy me a coffee or any of that bollocks. There you go. Passat's fixed. Maybe it's time to start customizing. Oops. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to start customizing the outside of the car now. All mechanicals are now done. Let's start customizing the car cosmetically, shall we? I don't know why I winked. See you in the next one.